Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I'm gonna get straight to it today, and I'm gonna get straight to it. A question that I often hear, which is a loaded question, is God real? And I say it's a loaded question because there's always questions that come behind that, like if he is real, why is there suffering in the world? Why are people dying? Why are there poor people? Why are kids dying? Why are there countries that are poor? Why are they, the list could go on and on and on. And the first question we should answer first is God real? And then we'll build on that in some more videos and talk about the rest of it. And I'm not going to come to this from a Christian or Muslim or any other religion's point of view. We're just going to start with the basis. Is there a God? Is he real? Now, a lot of people were born into families with them teaching them that, yes, God is real. You need to go to church. You need to go to Kingdom Hall. You need to go wherever it is that, we go to so you can believe what we believe. And I understand why people believe what they believe from that point of view, right? Then you have people who've gone through things in life, tried to do things their way, and at some point came to a conclusion that there is a higher power, there's a God, and they changed their life by accepting that and practicing the beliefs of that particular religion, okay? Then you have other people who logically can't see how there is a God scientifically, based on there not being any physical evidence that they deem credible. And I understand those people as well. I don't look at you guys as you don't know what you're talking about or anything. I understand how you can have that logic, I should say. Now let's go to the foundation. Let's look at the world, but before we even look at the world, let's look at yourself, okay? Now, the human body consists of a lot of intricate things that make it work. The way that our eyes work, the way that we are able to create thoughts, the way that our immune system works. This body is a very highly complex thing that I don't care how much knowledge a scientist has, they cannot replicate it. Even when they try with robots and artificial intelligence, it's still artificial. It's not real intelligence, it's artificial. So when we look at the human body and see how complex this body is, why is it easier for us to believe that this complex human body came from nothing? Let's just say a Big Bang theory, like something exploded and all the chemicals just arranged and all of the atoms and everything just arranged to create the human body. Something this intricate, precious, and great. But if I were to tell you your phone that you're on right now, which is intricate but and very powerful and very cutting edge with technology, as great as that phone is, it pales in comparison to how complex your body is. So if I were to tell you that some scientists just went inside of a room, they threw some metal in there, they threw some semiconductors in there, they just threw all of these things inside of the room, and it created an organized piece of machinery that could take care of multiple tasks, has a processor that can manage multiple tasks at once, has 5G technology, or maybe down the line, maybe even 10G, who knows. It's able of taking 4K pictures. It has a great camera. You can FaceTime, you can send text messages. If I were to tell you that we were able to just assemble these parts, put them in a room, and trigger some type of explosion, and it created this phone, you would think I was crazy. You would be like, no way, that thing is way too intricate for it to just come from nothing. If I were to tell you that about your computer or your car or anything else that man has created that is very intricate, very intricately made, very cutting edge with technology, very the smartwatches. And if I were to tell you that it just came from nothing, you would laugh at me. You'd say, dummy, it would have to have a designer. Something that well put together had to have a designer. It had to have some person or collective group of people to organize and to create something that great. People go to school for years to get degrees, and they learn different coding languages on how to create these electronic devices. Nothing comes easy with this. Believe me, I've tried coding. Now, I'm an engineer by trade, video engineer, but when it comes to coding, that's a whole different language. I've tried Python. It's not easy. Now, if that's your thing, it might be easy for you, but it's not easy. It's so many lines of syntax you have to put in just to get one simple output of information or whatever it is. You know, it takes a lot to do it. So how can we say that something is intricately made as an electronic device like your computer, your car, has to have a creator and a designer, but when it comes to our human bodies, we say, no way, no one made me. No way, there is no God. No way, there's nothing out there, a greater power that is involved in the creation of my body. Looking at all the systems we have, the central nervous system, the respiratory system. You have so many systems in your body that have to work a certain way and designed to work a certain way, or we won't live, or certain things just won't work right. So that's question number one. How could we easily say that everything else in this world has to have a creator? That, and mind you, it's everything that we've made has to have a creator. But things that we can't explain, we say, nope, no creator, it just came from nothing. Like I said, I'm not talking Christian, I'm not talking Muslim, I'm just getting to the basic foundation that everything has to have a creator. Everything has to have been created by something. Then you have people in this world that says, my conscience created it. My conscience is, the higher power, and it creates all of these things. And okay, create a tree. Since our conscience is what is creating everything, create a tree. See, the thing is, man can't create anything without the ingredients that have already been put here for him to use. We can't create something out of nothing. We can't. Then you have people that say, well, if we can't do it, then God can. That is funny, because what I would say is this: Steve Jobs or Bill Gates is not confined by the limitations they put on their software to work. So if there's a God, he's not confined by the rules and regulations that he set in place for this world and for our lives to work. It doesn't work that way. Any designer here is not confined by that. The person who created your phone, the phone is only designed to do certain tasks, but the creator can do whatever they want to do, and at later times create something else that can serve a different task and function. So I just want to give you guys some things to think about. If this world, as complex as it is, the way that water works, the evaporation goes back into the clouds, it's systems for everything in this world. Just like we create systems as human beings. So there has to have been someone who created a system for this world to work. Keep listening more, because I'm going to answer some of those other questions, and we're going to get more into the questions that most people have. If there is a God, why do we suffer the way that we suffer? Why do people go through the things that they go through? why is the world the way that it is? Why are there wicked people? You know, stay tuned, because I'm gonna touch on that. And I'm gonna be down to earth. You know, I think a lot of these religious people just, they say, if they're, how do you, people ask them like, how do you know that there's a God? And they'll look and just be like, well, look, we're here. That ain't enough, man. And for you religious people who just don't know, just say, I don't know. Just quit making stuff up. You make yourself sound goofy. And then people don't believe you. You know, if you don't know, point them to somebody who can articulate or who studied this thing and is a specialist at, you know, these types of things, the subject matter. Because all you're doing is hurting the people who really want to know. All right? I love y'all. And like I said, more videos to come. Later.